Greatness lies in discomfort. Greatness lies in the challenge. Greatness lies in the tension. Greatness lies in the ability to be able to push beyond our imagined limitations, because it's only imagined. We're going to have Shabbos, everyone. We have Shabbos, Parshas Vayeira. Parshas Vayeira contains in it many incredible events, but it contains in it the Akedah. The Akedah, the potential sacrifice of Isaac, was one of the seminal events that happened in Jewish history and in the formation of the Jewish people. It's something that we constantly come back to. The schus, the merit of the Akedah, is something that we try to call up on Rosh Hashanah through the blowing of the shofar and through other tefillos that we say. It's something that has really been a very central theme to us. We have to wonder, what exactly is it about the Akedah? The fact that Avraham Avinu was able to even be willing to shecht his child for the Ribbon Shalom, as important a lesson as it is that really our takeaway? Because there would never be anything practical that would come from that, as far as we and our own children. So what exactly is the message of the Akedah, the takeaway of the Akedah? There are two Mishnayos in Pirkei Avos that talk about Avraham Avinu. One of them says that there were 10 generations from Noach to Avram, and the other one says that there were 10 tests that were given to Avraham Avinu. The commentaries point out that the first time it says the name Avram, and the second Mishnah that talks about the 10 tests calls him Avraham Avinu. We wonder, when did he become Avraham Avinu? When did that transition take place? Why the first time did we call him only Avram and not Avraham Avinu? And in the second Mishnah, we call him Avraham Avinu. Because Avram, of course, was his name, but he became Avinu, he became our father, and he became our spiritual father when he passed all of his nisyonos, when he passed all of his tests. Because by passing his tests, he ingrained into us and into our nation a set of traits that we would then pass on to subsequent generations. And that set of traits, that personality, those kochos, that's when he became our father. Because that's what Avraham Avinu has left us. That it's possible for us to be able to do the things that we do as Jews is only because of Avram, only because of Yitzchak, only because of Yaakov, only because of the nisyonos, the tests that they were given in their lifetime. That those 10 tests shaped who we are and what we were capable of doing. As our rabbis tell us, Ma'aseh Avasim Lebanim, that what happened to the forefathers happens to the children. And the way that we explain that usually is that history repeats itself, but I think it's much more serious than that. What it means is that the capability for us to be able to repeat things, to be able to do things, comes only from the fact that the forefathers experienced those things. We look at a child and we say, where did he get those blue eyes from? You look at a Yid and you say, where did the Yid get the ability in the middle of his life to be able to turn himself around, to be able to do tshuva? Lech lecha me'atzcha me'laretcha be'savicha. Where does a Yid get the ability to be able to stand with total faith and be able to say, Shema Yisrael Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad, as his life was being taken from him? Because of Avraham and Yitzchak by the Akedah. Every single thing that we do because they did, and they inculcated and instilled in us that koyach, that power to be able to pull that out of ourselves, that potential that lives inside of us. And what exactly was that koyach that Avraham Avinu was able to pull out, inculcate in us, and give us the ability to be able to pull out? So again, we focus on the concept of being Moser Nefesh, of being willing to die for God. They asked the question that whose test was bigger, Avraham or Yitzchak's? So as much as it might appear that Yitzchak's test was bigger, it's actually Avram's. Because Yitzchak was being tested, was being asked to give his life up for God. Avraham Avinu was being asked to live for God. to do something that he would then have to live with the rest of his life, and living day to day with God, living day to day by making a Kiddush Hashem and making a sanctification in the name of God, much more complicated. Dying for God, as complicated as it is, and as much energy as that requires, but it's over in a second. But to live for God goes on day after day after day. As a matter of fact, where did Yitzchak go after the Akedah? I once heard somebody say that anytime you lose somebody in Sefer Parshas, then just go look in Yeshiva Shem Vayeira, you'll find them there. And that's where he went. Well, what could he have possibly gone there to learn? Didn't he reach the pinnacle by turning to his father and saying to him, Abba, kaftini yafa yafa, tie me up really well because I'm afraid that I might flinch and that I might not be a good sacrifice. Didn't he reach the apex? What do you have to learn by Shem and Aver? What was left? Because what he knew, what he understood, and what he inculcated in us is the ability to be able to die for God. But now he needed to learn how to live for God. There's a beautiful medrash that says that when Avraham Avinu found the ram after the Akedah, he took the two horns. One of the horns he took and put it away for Matan Torah, and one of the horns he took and put away for Yemos HaMashiach. And you have to wonder, what's the metaphor? What's it trying to tell me? What does the Akedah have to do with giving of the Torah and with the coming of Mashiach? Because what was the main midah? What was that which Avraham Avinu showed? Avraham Avinu showed Mesiras Nefesh the ability to be able to go against your grain, to be able to go against your nature, the ability to be the person, the kindest person in the world, the most loving person in the world. And God comes to you and specifically tells you to be unloving and to be cruel and to take your child and bring them up the mountain and kill them. But it's not about the child being dead up the mountain. It's step outside of yourself. Go against your grain. Step out of your comfort zone. Push yourself beyond your limitations. That was the test for Avraham Avinu. That's the midah with which we acquire Torah. Not all of Torah sits with us. Not all of Torah is something that is simple for us. For a person to discipline themselves, to be able to daven, to be able to learn, to be able to be a certain type of person. It's not easy. We have to push ourselves beyond our limitations. And that's the stuff that Mashiach is made of. That when our nation sees Mashiach, when we bring Mashiach, it's going to happen. Because we were able to step outside of our limitations, because we were able to step outside of our boundaries. We were able to go against our natures. And those are the two shofros, to link the Akedah to the giving of the Torah and to the coming of Mashiach. Because I think that that's the essence of the Akedah. That's the midah that Avraham Avinu inculcated inside of us when he became our Avraham Avinu, when he became our Av. When he gave us the possibility to be able to be awesome human beings by looking at ourselves and saying, okay, this one's a bit much for me, but it's important and I can push. I have the ability to be able to go beyond my limitations. When we do things that are easy for us, we give chesed because chesed is easy for us. We're good to other people because it's easy for us. We're able to discipline ourselves because that's easy for us. That's not where greatness lies. Greatness lies in the challenge. Greatness lies when we hit our wall. Greatness lies when we say, I can't do this. And we do it. And we push ourselves. Because we know that the end game is critical. And we know that we have the ability to be able to do. The ability to be able to push. The ability to be able to be like the Tata. To be able to be like Avraham Avinu. That's where greatness lies. Greatness lies in discomfort. Greatness lies in the challenge. Greatness lies in the tension. Greatness lies in the ability to be able to push beyond our imagined limitations, because it's only imagined. There's nothing really that stands in front of us, nothing other than us. We should have a beautiful, amazing, and awesome Shabbos. And take that lesson of the Akedah and incorporate that into the largest and even into the smallest places of our lives. Have a beautiful Shabbos.